So as I was saying that I'm going to divide this entire session into two parts. One will be slides and other will be Excel analysis. So I'm sharing my screen. Just a second. Okay, is my screen visible?
No, the screen is not visible yet.
Yeah, just a second, just a second. Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Is this visible? Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
madam.
fine. Yeah. Yes, yes. So our basic topic today is defining and operationalizing variables in research, wherein I'll be focusing on concept types and roles. Uh, we'll kickstart with the very first thing that without going into details of what is research and research methodology, I'm going to talk about what is variable in research first so that I can do reverse engineering and get back to the research design part. So, when we talk about variable, what does variable mean? See, the word variable itself is being understood as something which varies, something which should be observable, something which should be measurable. It values keep on changing with respect to the respondents and the subjects which are being assigned to it, and it can represent in the research any kind of abstract and concrete concepts. Now, when I say abstract and concrete concepts, my slides will throw light on various types of variable through which we will understand that variable is nothing but any characteristics or attribute that can take on different values when it comes to any people, any situation, any event. And first of all, we talk about research. When we try to analyze research, we try to analyze the research in the form of research being a research title, which is being again percolated in the form of objectives, hypotheses, and then these hypotheses are being tested. But the very soul of any objective or any hypothesis is the variable. So without understanding the foundation of any kind of scientific research, which is obviously the variable, we can't say that we can give proper justice to the research. So in this particular slide, if you see in the bottom, there is one very common example which will be actually suitable for all kinds of researches. So, be it age, which varies from person to person, be it anxiety level, which is taken from psychology aspect, which can be low, medium, or high. Now, these things, when we talk about these examples for that matters, these examples become attribute or characteristics of any kind of research, and we call them as variable. So moving forward, when we try to relate it with the research design, let me throw light on the research design part, which also talks about the operationalization. Now, this particular diagram, is my diagram visible to all?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So this so this particular diagram I have taken from the revised edition of Social Science Research by Anol Bhattacharjee, and this particular online copy is also available. I would highly recommend all of you, if you want to make a very good level, want to understand at the very good level of research, you should all go through this particular book, which is available on the URL link, which I'll be sharing with Vishal sir also. So, when we talk about the research design and process, what do we understand? That research design itself is divided into three parts, three phases, rather, I can say: exploration, second one is proper research methodology or research design, and third one is research execution. So
Sorry,
exploration.
the screenshot
Hello,
LLM. Research design
hello.
in
Yeah. So when we talk about the very first phase, that is exploration part, what do we understand in exploration? That we try to identify certain research questions out of the context. When we try to support our research with the help of research question, obviously the forthcoming journey is very easy because we base our researches on the foundation of certain questions, and these questions definitely will become our hypothesis, and these hypotheses will be carrying some variables. So see the condition of this particular phase, how they are interrelated with each other. You have a research question, you go to the literature and you try to search what is the literature behind it, be it past researches, be it existing researches. You just take the research questions which you have in mind. It does not start with title or topic. So what is the dilemma in the minds of researcher, budding researcher, that every research start with the title or topic? No, every research start with the exploration, and this exploration is being taken in the form of first research questions, then literature review, and then there is some sort of theory which is being constructed. Now first theory is not constructed, theory is being put into the form of tentative statements. Now what are these tentative statements? These tentative statements are hypothesis. The very word hypo is what? Temporary. Thesis is the theory or the fact. So after exploration, the second phase comes with the research design. Now, when we talk about the research design, it starts with operationalization. Now, when we say operationalization, this particular subphase of main phase research design is what today I am dealing with. Whatever things you take in your theory,
I
that is in your objectives, in your hypothesis, you operationalize them. Now how you operationalize them, my slides will throw light on the operationalization also. So be it any variable,
अरे
either
बाबू
independent variable. uh, Hello Vishal sir, I am getting disturbed, there is some kind of sound which is going on in the background. Can you ask all the
सॉरी
participants to mute themselves?
पुढे जाऊन ऐकतो पुढे जाऊन कोणाचा तरी आवाज जातोय
Vikrant sir, you are not muted.
ओके ओके सर माझा स्पीकर चालू आहे
Yeah. So when we talk about the operationalization as such, the variables, be it any top type of variable, which obviously we will see in upcoming slides, these either they are abstract or concrete, they have to be put into certain measure. They have to be indicated by some sort of, you can say, the context. So that operationalization from this particular phase, research design, I am touching into, I am actually explaining that. So after operationalization, you follow your research methodology, you frame your sampling plan and strategy, and then you go ahead with the research execution. So having said that, your operationalization, which is actually the part and parcel of your research design, we'll see today that how these variables, when they are put together into one framework, how these variables will take a indication, will be measured, and what things will come into consideration when we try to make these things very simple rather than only a characteristics or attribute. So what is operationalization? Transforming your concepts, abstract concepts, when we say happiness, when we say satisfaction, when we say joy, these all things are abstract, but don't we measure them in research? Yes, we do. We do have satisfaction scales, we do have job satisfaction which is being measured by many standard scales. We do have some concepts like self awareness and happiness, which have some psychological tools. So, that way, when we transform the abstract concepts into measurable entities, this whole thing becomes a main part or cornerstone or tone of the empirical research, which is actually bridging the theory and practice. See this diagram which we have seen before, wherein we have seen the first we have theoretical statement and then they are put into operationalization. So that way, when we talk about the empirical research, is something in which variables takes shape into measurable entities, which is bridging the theory and practice. So let us see that how these abstract concepts are measurable and what is the process all about. 2 3 slides will always talk about the process part only. So when we talk about the process of operationalization transform your theory into measurable indicators that researchers can observe or quantify. So when we do so many studies which are based on intelligence, so what do we mean by intelligence? We give the operational definition to that intelligence. Whether it is we are talking about the creative part, we are talking about the gradings, we are talking about the spatial intelligence, we are talking about the academic scores. So generally, when we talk about intelligence, the major indicator which we always try to analyze or recall is the IQ of the people. So we measure that. So intelligence being the theoretical concept or abstract concept, when we measure it through grades, through IQ, through test, that becomes the indication or indicator measurable for every researcher. Also, researchers should specify the exact instrument. Now, why I say exact instrument? Because in my upcoming slide, I'll give you variety or various forms of tools or instruments which can measure any particular abstract concept. So we will see that what are the criterias, other criterias also, which are assessing each variable. And talking about the reliability and validity, your research, if is it's having consistent measurement, we can say it is highly reliable and valid also. Because say for example, if we are measuring any kind of abstract concept and tool is wrong, whether we can say the research results will be apt or clear? No. So that way, if we talk about any kind of giving example here, if we talk about any kind of finance based topic wherein we are measuring the financial performance, and for measuring the financial performance, if we don't take exact or accurate or suitable KPIs, will we say that it is doing justice to the reliable and validity of the research? No. So same examples which will be there in my upcoming slides also. So your reliability and validity largely comes from the consistent measurement. Example which is associated with this is social anxiety, which is being operationalized as self-rating scores on social interaction anxiety scale or frequency of avoided social events over a 2 week period. To make this thing very clear, nowadays in our university, they tell students to give feedback to the students. Also, they ask the faculties to give the self evaluation scores. So when we give self evaluation scores, we try to inflate those because we think high of ourselves, and we give ourselves a very good rating of 80% or 90%. Of course, that is based on different criterias. And also when they speak to students and when they tell students to rate us, these ratings by these students are based on the parameters of classroom interaction. So both of them differs. So why I'm giving you this example? Because these are the scales or scores which are being given to faculties as well as students to measure how effective is our teaching learning process. So every faculty is having some kind of every faculty is given some kind of scale, and also students are given some kind of scale on which the teaching learning process is being evaluated. So here I can say that teaching learning, which was so much abstract in nature, is being measured via these two methods. And also when we talk about HRM, also we have 360-degree appraisal. Now this 360-degree appraisal also comes from various stakeholders. So we can say that a performance is being measured. When performance is itself abstract thing, it is being operationalized when it comes to any kind of scales or any kind of feedback evaluative process. Now these are certain examples which are being taken from everyday research, and largely these researches we every one of us are actually familiar with. So very first is job satisfaction. Do we take job satisfaction randomly? Just we ask the candidates or the respondents, are you happy or not? No, we take some kind of scales. These scales are being mentioned here. Also we try to ask the employees also to report their satisfaction based on 5-point Likert scale. And what is being understood, that anything which is being less than 3 is being considered as average or poor, and anything which is beyond 4 on 5-point Likert scale is being considered very good or excellent, you can say, parameter. Leadership, when we see say leadership style, how we are going to operationalize the leadership style, there are different scales. Some of the examples are given. So leadership questionnaires are there, transformation leadership behaviors are there. We have seen many kinds of in our management styles also, many kinds of theories like charismatic leadership, transformational, transactional leadership. Where these words come from, these are being actually measured on some kind of 5 or 7-point Likert scale. So leadership being abstract, it is put into measure through some tool or instrument, and we take certain these measurements in our research and we prove certain things. Also talking about employee turnover intention, again there are scales which are attrition scales, how many resignations are being submitted in last 6 months. So whatever examples are being related here are measuring employee turnover. Talking about workplace stress, again, yes, I have worked on this perceived stress scale when I was doing my MA in psychology. Some teachers, their perceived stress scale were very high, and we have seen its relationship with the emotional intelligence also. And we had Goldman's emotional intelligence scale, wherein we have correlated both these things. When I say correlation, these all things, when we try to talk of from the statistical angle, will be seen in the Excel today's Excel analysis. Also a number of sick leaves people are taking. So these examples are talking about the abstract thing which are being measured through the instrument. Talk about finance also, I gave finance example and previously also. So there are certain risk tolerance scales, there are some sort of, we can say, percentage. Even when we talk about finance, I am largely fond of financial ratios when it comes to develop, when we ask our students to develop certain ratios based on how safe the organization is. So we have liquidity ratio, we have debt equity ratio, we have earning per share ratio. So all these things are what? These things are some sort of the financial standing, which is the abstract in nature, but being measured with the help of the ratios. So we can say that even in finance it is possible. When we talk about the organization is credit worthy, the organization is having financial soundness, the organization is having very good goodwill. No, when we measure in research, we try to look into the answers which could give us the instrumental measurement. So also talking about investor, many of the candidates who are doing research on investors perceptions, investors decision making, be it behavioral finance, be it any sort of financial literacy, what do? We try to measure them on the Likert scale, and more often we take all those standard scales which are available. Or when we take our scale also, we try to first to find out the reliability and validity of the same. So this is the example which has been associated with management and finance. Talking about the economics also, countries developing. Now, how can I say countries developing? This could be abstract thing which I'm saying, but any GDP or per capita income can throw light on how country is developing. Unemployment also, we largely in economics also, we take certain secondary data or public domain reports, and we try to analyze whether the employment rate or literacy rate or uh, poverty rate for that matter, BPL people for that matter, are being found or not. So we try to give justice to economics things also by measuring them. So measurement, indication, indicators, context or concept being developed into the form of some sort of measuring tool, this is what the research, we can say, provides win-win situation to research. Also consumer sentiments, confidence index, or frequency of positive or versus negative spending intentions in surveys, when they are measured, we talk about the consumer sentiments. Entrepreneurship, every one of us are aware, when we go to Google Scholar, when we go to ResearchGate, whensoever we try to see that, we try to undertake the research which is based on the entrepreneurial intention or inclination or attitude towards entrepreneurship, we see many of the Likert scales which are being used. So that way, Lennon and Chen's Likert scale is being used. Brand loyalty, when we talk about brand loyalty, the repeat purchase frequency, again, which can be measured.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. So that way we can.
Hmm.
So also,
नाही का चांगलं नको
I
आहे
would
काय बी
request participants to mute.
कुठे स्लाइड आहे इकडे नको
Ma'am, Dr. Kiran,
स्लाइडिंग इकडे कर ना
ma'am,
मग
Yogesh Mahajan's mic is on.
इकडे एक रूम करी घे ना सेपरेट मस्त काय गलती
Hello.
गॅलरी आपल्या इथं आता 3 BHK होणार नाही तर ते
Hello.
थिएटर
Ma'am,
होईल जाईल ते
Yogesh Mahajan's
ते
mic
Hello.
is on. Mr. Yogesh Mahajan.
मग आता आपण ते 1 BHK पाहिलं तर मस्त करी टाकलं पुरं नाही तर 2 खिडक्या आहेत त्या रूमला त्याच्यावर काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही एक रूम होईल जाईल तर बरं होईल जाईल आपण असं करू की तिसरी
Yogesh
रूम
sir,
जी आहे असं
Yogesh sir, kindly mute yourself.
मग तरी मी जपीन ना
Not listening, a problem.
Yes. So, uh, yes, where was I? Yeah, I was discussing something about the standard tools or scales. So, the last one, the green consumer behavior also. Right now, I'm working on research paper which is based on the green marketing strategy, in which I am learning many variables, like I am using many variables like green brand positioning, or you can say green branding for that matter. And believe me, for everything there is a scale which is being used, and these scales more or less comes from the experts or the past researches also. So next, when we talk about the operationalization in a very apt way, when we talk about the indicator form of it, what we have realized so far in our slides, that all those vague ideas, when they are put into the clear distinguishing variable which could be measured, is something called as operationalization. Now here in this slide, there is one particular factor which has been mentioned, that is like selecting indicators. So when we talk about selecting indicators, it is like specific measurement. Just a second, no? Just a second. Yes, I'm very sorry. Yes, there was an interruption. Yeah. Um, my slides are visible, still visible?
Yes, madam.
Sorry. Yes. So there is one particular phenomena which is being presented in this particular slide. It talks about the indicators. Now, when we choose any specific measurement which will reflect the concept or which will measure the concept clearly, we quote it as the indicator. Also, why it will ensure the replicability, because see, in past researches, someone may have used the same variable as yours, but the tool or scale will be different. But if you use the same tool or scale in your research also and compare it with the other variables or correlate or integrate it with the other variables, then we can say the replicability also takes place. So let us see certain examples. First of all, it is divided into three-step process. Very first process is main concept. You identify main concept which are related, which are central to your research questions. Now, as I rightly said in my previous slides in the diagram, that all it starts with the research questions in the mind. Because I clearly remember I have taken one more session with in the ICSSR, which was only and only talking about what are research questions and how they are formed. So in that particular session also, I clearly remember the participants were asking that how can the variables being used into the research questions. So this our particular today's session is based on the variable identification, defining them and operationalizing them. So again, crossing the roads here, wherein we define the abstract concepts which are related to the research question, and then choosing the variables. Now you select the specific variables that will represent each concept in the measurable terms. And lastly, you will select the indicators, which is the actual measurement. Now, one particular confusion is very first defining any abstract concept, say for example, intelligence. Second, choosing the variable. I gave you example that when I try to measure intelligence, there could be many variables which will throw light on the intelligence. What? It is the I can say it is the academic grades, it is creativity of the respondent, it could be something called as the intuition power. So that way, choosing variables and then indicators will be, there will be many forms of indicators again. Now when we talk about the intelligence also, and when we choose variable like IQ, we have many indicators for measuring the IQ. So we can use those indicators and then we can actually measure. So what are indicators? In this particular slide, there is a table which is throwing light on different indicators also, and it is talking about indicators being the observable phenomena. Now, observable phenomena, well, which you can obviously measure and see, and you can actually testify. Now, when we try to represent the concept, we see the direct measurement where when possible. We also see the proxy measures. Proxy measures means the alternative measures, and there can be multiple indicators for complex variable. So in this table, if we see, the concepts are there and indicators are there. So let us see one by one the concepts and indicators. The upcoming slide also have examples from various subjects. So first concept, health. Indicators can be BMI, indicator can be blood pressure. Second concept, anxiety. The indicator can be heart rate. The indicator can be survey score. That is the ideal anxiety scale which is being used. Third indicator, satisfaction rating scale, which we give to our customers to fill, and then repeat purchases also. So that way, these indicators, when we try to see various examples from different domains like business, finance, economics, service marketing, we see that there are different indicators for different things. So for concept of leadership, we have 360-degree feedback scores, we have employee turnover rate, Then we talk about job satisfaction. We have many types of Likert scales, or also retention rate can throw light on that. When we talk about employee engagement, absenteeism rate, Gallup Q12 engagement score, I clearly remember Gallup thing also we have taught to students in our HRM. Brand equity, brand recall, willingness to pay premium. Yes, this willingness to pay premium price. One of my last research paper in which we were actually testing the sustainable purchasing, or the sustainable purchases, which provides the behavioral intention, buying intention in the people. We took the outcome variable as willingness to pay premium price. So that way, talking about the this entrepreneurial intention, I yesterday I finished one research paper on entrepreneurial intention, in which we have taken intention questionnaire, and we have seen that how many startup registrations are being made. Service quality, very famous example again, cervical measures, complaint rates. So concept being one, but indicators can be many, and you have to choose one of the indicator which could best suit your purpose, which could best suit your research question. Therefore, I said if somebody in the past have taken employee engagement and measured with the help of absenteeism rate, you can take the Gallup engagement score. So that way, this will be your research gap then. Why? Because research gap will come in from the area of indicator level also. So this way, concept can be measured through indicators. Now, very important question every PhD, every researcher asks is that, Madam, we have learned many things about quantitative and qualitative approaches towards variables. So how can we say that which variable is what? So quantitative operationalization, when you define variable in numerical terms for your statistical analysis, today we are going to see in Excel part also. Many things in Excel, when you perform any analysis in Excel, it will not accept non-numerical values. It will only stick to numerical values. So I am going to take you such methods which will make you realize that why quantifiableness, why quantitative things are very much required. So when you measure quantities, or you do hypothesis testing, but which is based on some quantity or numerical terms, that we say that quantitative operationalization take place. So I say that this particular boy or girl is studious. How can I say he or she is studious? When I try to give quantitative specification. What is quantitative specification? Number of hours spent studying, GPA scores, survey ratings. So this is quantitative approach towards variables. When we try to quantify or numerically measure some thing which I am stating in my hypothesis. Next, qualitative operationalization. Now, when I say qualitative operationalization, of course, qualitative goes different poles apart from the quantitative. And quantitative is number game, qualitative is non-numerical data. So it will definitely come from the you can say abstract things again, or subjective experiences again. So why nowadays many of the researches, they have mixed method approach. What is this mixed method approach? In which we have quantitative approach also and qualitative approach also. I want to give you example of one research. Mm, Same research, the entrepreneurship intention. I just finished on the MOs. I built a model on that, and I finished on the MOs part. But then, what my mentor said that uh, the rejection chances, the acceptance chances in Scopus increases nowadays if you have qualitative study also in that. You know what we did? Despite of collecting so many responses through survey, we have again went back to those respondents, and we have taken their interviews also, because we wanted to perform thematic analysis on that, qualitative analysis on that. So your interviews, in-depth interviews, your thematic analysis means themes, different themes which are being identified through your interviews. and then somewhere observational coding. What is observational coding? In which you try to see the word cloud type of thing, how many words have been repeated so a number of times. So that way even qualitative operationalization of variables also are being taken into consideration along with the quantitative operationalization. This has to never to be mixed with quantitative and qualitative research. Obviously the inferences are same, but when I am trying to explain you operationalization of variables, here comes the measurement part. In quantitative it is numerical, and qualitative it is through interviews or the themes. So examples across fields, real examples are given for anxiety, heart rate exceeding 100 bpm during stress test. Marketing, average rating or 4 plus stars or 80% of likelihood to recommend. That could be your real world example. Education, your 85th percentile plus GPA of 3.5 or higher, whatever is the benchmark. That way these are the examples which are being given through the quantitative approaches when we talk about the quantitative operationalization. Now, how to craft them, that means how to actually make a note of it. So first one, your variables has to be clear and precise. When I say clear and precise, measurement thing which will be obvious through your operationalization, and any ambiguous terms should not be there in your statements or definition. It should comprehensively cover all relevant aspects, and it should be practical enough, because from theoretical construct you are putting it into the practical construct. You are using your time resources, and you have to also ensure the participant availability for conducting the research on your variables. Now this is something, as your organizers said, that you have been also working on some research papers, and there was something which I could recall, that one session has happened how to write research papers, and major focus of everyone in the long run will be publishing papers on in Scopus or equivalent to Scopus journal. So from here, from this slide, I will throw light on different types of variables, uh, which will be also clear when we will take Excel analysis. But when we talk about different variables, I'll be also taking into account moderators and mediators. So why I am taking moderators and mediators? Because when you will publish in a very good fine quality journals, um, independent and dependent variable combination won't work, because through regression in Excel I will teach you how these things work. But from here the slides become more towards the quality oriented approach. So independent variables, which variables are actually predictor variables which impact any other variable, and that on the other variable they are impacting is the dependent variable. So in our Excel we will see that I'll take multiple linear regression also, in which I will show you that we'll have 3-4 independent variables and there will be one dependent variable. So dependent variable, the variable on which changes happen because of independent. Okay. And third part, obviously this third part I will take again in moderating variable also, which will largely talk about the attribute variables. Now what is this attribute variables? In which if I have to relate this attribute variable, I would relate it with the demographic part also, like gender, ethnicity, personality traits. So example, effect of study hours on final exam scores while controlling the GPA, student GPA. So this part will be clear in upcoming slide, where we will take example from other domains, like if we want to study the effect of leadership styles on employee performance, we have to control, or we have to absolve, or we have to put into control the years of work experience. So that would be attribute variable. Of course, again, I will make it clear when I take moderating variable also. Second, effect of financial literacy on investment decisions while controlling the annual income. Here, annual income can become the attribute variable. Effect of government spending on GDP while controlling inflation, not inflation, inflation rate. Then effect of social media engagement on customer loyalty while controlling age group. So in this all, if we see that there is one variable which is affecting the other variables, while the third variable is something which is going to moderate them. So taking it ahead, I'll take this afterwards. I'll take directly moderating variable. So moderating variables are some variables which influence strength or direction of relationship between IV and DV. Now, when I say strength of relation between IV and DV, there will be some variables which will play the role of, we can say, catalyst. So example, stress level can moderate relationship between sleep quality and work performance. In my Excel sheet also we are going to see this example. So what happens that sleep, work performance are related. We know that there will be some IVDV relationship, but the individual stress level coping mechanism can moderate this relationship. So the moderator, nowadays when you do any kind of research paper, as I rightly said, in high quality journals, you need to have some sort of intervening variables also. These intervening variables will be determining or influencing strength and direction of the relationship. So what happens, these are the examples wherein you can see IVDV in every domain is there, and there is moderator also. So when I say IV, advertising, DV, sales revenue, moderator becomes brand loyalty. Example, so much advertising spending happens every now and then. Take example of FMCG industry, which is impacting sales revenue. But unless and until there is no strong consumer loyalty towards that brand, this moderator plays a catalyst role. Example, we have heard many years back that junk food, and there was one controversy also on KFC that one worm was found. So KFC did a lot of things. They advertised back and fro and everything, to and fro. They advertised, they wanted to impact the sales, they wanted to increase sales, but till that time the loyalty in the minds, brand image, loyalty factor was gone from the customers. So moderator plays a very important role in two variables. Talking about organization behavior, training and productivity. So training, no amount of training can determine employee. They can actually leverage productivity unless and until employees are not motivated. So see, moderator, employee motivation. Consumer behavior, you give so many discounts. You try to elevate the purchases. You try to arrive at the purchase intention. But if people don't have income, they are not going to respond to your discounts also. Yes, but at certain level discounts can bring them, they can you can say motivate them to purchase. So income become moderator. Digital marketing example, social media engagement like likes, shares, comments, and dependent variable online purchasing decision. But if you don't trust the platform on which this engagement is being done, you will not arrive, you will not achieve the purchase decision making in the customer. So people try to switch between the social medias also. So somewhere it's Facebook, somewhere it's Instagram, somewhere it's many type of influencer marketing, or you can say viral post. They are more familiar or more in frequency on Instagram platform rather than on any other platform, because Gen Zs have trust in that platform. So moderator is trust in platform. Similarly, education, which we are again going to see in Excel. I told you that I'm going to take you back towards the another classification of variable, which is being done through data type. So through data type, everybody is familiar that we have classification based on continuous, discrete, categorical variables. Continuous, which has been on scale, and which has been numerical, again like height, temperature. Discrete, like we have countable, which we can count and separate values like number of children's hospital visit per year. Height can be continuous, temperature can be continuous, but discrete, when we talk about discrete, like frequency, like number, uh, which we can count, which we can have the separate values. And then categorical is something in which which is not having any inherent numerical meaning, but we try to codify and research later on. So we have blood type ABO, and then marital status like single, married, divorced. So that way, continuous to discrete, also talking about the example. These are the general example of continuous, discrete, and what we can say, um, what was that? Yes, categorical. So general example: height, weight, temperature, number of sibling, book read, gender, blood type. From the business part, salary, training hours, productivity scores is continuous. Discrete is number of training, number of employees, number of training sessions attended. And categorical can be department and leadership style. Finance also continuous will be pricing, returns, interest rate. Your discrete will be number of shares, number of transaction, and your categorical will be account type and something investor type. Economics also, GDP, inflation, per capita, which is numerical, numbered, and then discrete, number of unemployed person, number of factories, and categoricals will be region, sector. So that way, moderating variables already we have taken with the attribute variables. And last one, mediating variable. When we talk about mediating variable, again, anything which is being transmitted through third party. Moderator, anything which shows or which reflects the strength or direction. So in mediating, what happens? There is a one particular mediator which has been present in between independent and dependent. So what is this one particular mediator? So independent variable at its place, which is impacting dependent variable, but through someone. Okay, so that way, a classic example is regular exercise improves mood because it increases, first of all, it increases endorphin levels. So regular exercise first increases endorphin levels and then it improves mood. So between endorphin level is there. Between. First we have regular exercise, then between we have endorphin level, and then overall mood increases. These are different domains. Study hours impact exam performance, which we will see in Excel also. But mediating is the sleep quality. From business management, leadership style can impact employee performance, but person should have intrinsic or extrinsic motivation. Finance part, financial literacy can impact investment decision, but there has to be some investment or investor conviction or determination, confidence in between. Education level can impact income level, but it will go through the third party, that is job skill. Social media advertising can impact the purchase intention, but there has to be mediating variable like brand awareness. So this way, when we talk about moderating and mediating, your quality research demands a lot from the researcher. They not only expect you to do regression, but they want you to do structure equation modeling or PLS through MOs or through that PLS software, through which you can show at least one or two mediation and moderation analysis. And also, so far there are so much advancement in research that there are many types of moderators and many types of mediators. And if you see any good quality research paper, what you will observe, there are many knots in the model. What are many knots in the model? That means many things are coming in the form of mediating analysis, mediator variable. Many things are coming as the moderator variables, and then they are constructing an outcome variable. So that way, why this particular session was important for you all, in order to realize that there is no world, there is no end to research nowadays. So when I talk about moderator, when I have given you this example also, this diagram also, and when I talk about haze process moderation, haze, you can all google it out, you will come to know there are many types of models in moderating and mediating researches nowadays. So this way we can talk about, we can always understand the relationship between independent and dependent variable through mediation, through moderation. So why does all these things matter? Because you want to make a scientific contribution to the society, you want to have your definitions which can have replicability from the past studies also, and you can invent something new out of your sample. And because you bring some operationalization, because you convert these abstract into some kind of concrete thing, it will be easy for you to prevent the biasness in your data collection and analysis also. So that way, this is something where precise operational definition matters a lot. And talking about the takeaways, that variables, yes, variables are building blocks of scientific inquiry, and it require clear conceptual definition and then objective measurement. Yes, variables sometimes they become complex, but these complex variables are often being you can say distinguished or differentiated in the form of moderators and mediators, and then they can enhance research design quality. So told everyone that when you bring some moderating and mediating variable, your research design will be treated as a very good research design. And these A quality journals requires, A star journals requires this complexity in variables. And the measurement precision talks about transforming your abstract theoretical concepts into concrete measurable indicators, which can actually advance the scientific knowledge. So this is all from my side, and just a recap for you all, so that Excel thing will become clear for you. So we started very first with what is variable, and then we have seen why variable operationalization is important through different research book. Also, we have seen its importance. Then how the things are being operationalized, and then we have taken certain examples, and with every domain based example I have tried to show you that how things are being taken into consideration as concept and then been measured. And then we have also seen indicators, what are indicators, and three-step process, seen the indicators, we have seen the variations and different types of indicators also. When we try to see different types of indicators also, we have seen that from different domain examples or specialization example, we whichever best indicator suits our research, we take that. And if we take some unique indicator, this will provide a research gap to our study also. People also ask about quantitative and qualitative approaches also, so I have taken this particular slide and then related with real world examples, definitions, and then independent, dependent, and attribute variable, wherein I took you towards the moderating variable type also. We have seen different examples relating to it. Classifying the variable by data type, we have seen continuous in nature, they are discrete variables, categorical variables. This is the slide which throw light on the different subject and the variables which are being associated in the form of continuous, discrete, and categorical. Moderator variable which influence the strength and direction, examples are given. Mediating variable, again examples are also given and why they are important being discussed, and these are the examples through which I discussed, and why this operationalization on operational definition matters, and these are the takeaways. So till now in theory part, if you have any doubt or if you want to discuss anything, the platform is open to you. Yes.
Hello, madam.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, can you just highlight on reliability and validity of data? Reliability and validity.
Yeah. Sir, see, let me ask you first, are my slides visible or
No.
still
Right now,
visible?
I am not able to
No,
see
no.
your slide.
Okay. Okay. Fine, fine. So, sir, my particular topic was not that much related on reliability and validity, but more largely on the use of variables. But I took reliability and validity also for one thing, that if you try to justify your variable with the means of producing a concrete results, and you try to take some measuring tool for it, and that tool will be obviously in the form of Likert scale or some standard tool, so that particular thing has to be put to test whether it is reliable indicator of your research result first, whether it is valid instrument for your research. Now when you dig more into statistics, what you will realize that you have to perform certain tests in order to know whether your research tool or Likert scale, whatever you are taking, is reliable or not. So reliability test comes in the form of convex alpha. Validity, we try to measure the correlation aspect between various variable, and why we try to see how the different statements are different. They don't have multicollinearity also. So that way, when we go deep into statistics, we want to evaluate whether our measurement tool is reliable also and valid also. Okay.
Okay, madam, got it.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you for
Anything else?
clarification.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you for asking question.
Ma'am, I have a question. My name is Ravneet from
Yes.
MMP College.
Yes, madam.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask you one question regarding the moderating variables, as you rightly pointed out, and my area of interest as well, because I also believe that moderating variables are very important. But ma'am, my one problem that I usually face is that to detect how they affect data, it requires a very large sample size. So would you
Yes.
agree with this, or we can go ahead with a smaller sample size as well when we are collecting data?
Yeah. So, madam, are you doing structure equation modeling and all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, there is one particular method in structure equation modeling which is known as bootstrapping.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what is bootstrapping actually? It will give you some amount of numbers. Ideally, when I do structure equation modeling, I have taken 150 number also, sample size also, 256 also,
Right, right.
400 also. So usually people say 400 is the ideal size. That
Okay.
na, what we call it, Crochen formula, right? Crochen,
The
Crochen.
Crochen,
Now,
yes, ma'am. The
what this
Crochen.
Crochen and Morgan formula states, so they say ideal sample size is 400.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
But what do? I do take 150, 200 sample size also, and then when you put it into this MOS, it will ask you, one window will ask you bootstrapping. Now, what is this
Okay.
bootstrapping? Uh, it will try to inflate your data into 500, 1000, and will try to test the model.
Okay. Okay. So it just
So if you
so
don't
does
do
it duplicate
bootstrapping,
responses?
yeah.
Does it
So
okay. So ma'am, the next question.
yes,
So when it does
yes.
this, that's
So
I mean I had a faint idea that it does that, but the next question is the result
yeah.
I mean dependable, trustworthy.
No, no. Higher the sample size, more will be result accurate. So why do
Correct.
people say that stick to the threshold limit of 400? Why do people say?
Yeah,
Because that has scientifically come from the
absolutely.
expert that ideally keep it
Ideal.
near to 400.
G, G,
है ना?
G.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
ठीक है ma'am. Thank you so
So
much.
that way you're see, I also take, I don't get data only, I get only 100, 200, and then I
Same
try
here,
to do
ma'am.
it, but
Same here.
you have to do it.
Hmm.
Yeah, you have to do it at the end of the day.
G, G. So, ma'am, that's what when you said that interview, when you do all this, the thematic analysis. So there, here, I think it holds a lot of
For that,
importance.
no, for yes, no, I will tell you. For
G.
thematic, uh,
Hmm.
it's not more the merrier. Okay, it's not at all like
Okay.
more the merrier. In quantitative,
Okay.
yes, I agree. Thematic, if you have 50 to 80, also we have done a research paper on, and that has been accepted also.
Okay. So purely thematic, you mean, ma'am?
Yes, purely thematic. No, which has
Okay.
been actually been merged with the quantitative.
Okay.
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 So we have mixed method approach. Na? So for that, ideally for survey, we have more number 350, and then 50 to 80, we have thematics. Thematics means interview methods.
Okay. That would do justice to correct,
Do
ma'am.
justice, yeah. Because at least some portion we are showing as the theme, no? That's why.
G. G. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. So any other question? Otherwise, I'll go to Excel now. Any other question? Or will we take all the questions in the end after Excel also? Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am, that could be fine.
Yes, yes. Okay. So I'll share my screen again. Don't know what's wrong with me today. No. Yeah. Uh, everyone is having data sheet with them, all participants.
G, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Vishal sir, have you shared this updated data sheet with them?
I don't have, ma'am.
No, no, Vishal sir. If you don't have, shall I share in the chat box first?
Yes, ma'am, please do it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Just a second, I'm sharing. Yeah. Finally. Yeah, can you all see sample sheet in the chat box?
Yes, madam.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, is my sheet visible to all?
Ma'am.
Hello. Is my sheet visible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So my on my window, I mean, on my window, on my screen, sheet is visible.
Yes, madam. We can see it. See it.
Okay.
Correlation.
Okay. You can all download. Yes. Please, you can all download your from chatbot the sheet, and what we will do, we'll perform one after the other. Okay. First, I will perform, and then you'll perform. Fine? Is this fine? At least answer me, yaar.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Okay, fine. So you can see on the Excel sheet there are 6 different sheets, namely correlation, regression, ANOVA single, ANOVA two-factor, t-test, cross-test. And as and when these sheets will be moved, the complexity of working will also be enhanced or increased. So you should have, I'll take a baby steps towards it. So I'll first start with the correlation part. What I'm going to teach you in correlation, that how we can work on correlation in Excel, and also how we can have a diagram of correlation. Before that, I will also tell you that how to get this data analysis package in your Excel. You have to go in files. Can you see my screen which is being changing? After going to files, go to options. After going to options, you have to go to add-ins. After going to add-ins, you have to click on go. After going on go, you have to tick on analysis tool pack and okay. I have already installed that, so I'm not going to click okay. This I am doing it for you all, so that if your Excel is not having data analysis installed in it, you can do it. Shall I tell you once again the steps?
Yes, ma'am. Please, if
Yes,
possible.
Yes. Yes. So go in files. After files, go in options. After options, go in the second last tab, that is add-ins. Then after add-ins, very first thing, analysis tool pack will be defaultly been viewed and highlighted. Go on go. After going on go, you have to take analysis tool pack and click OK.
Yes, ma'am, done.
Done. So now when you see your Excel sheet page, go on data. Now there is something, data analysis will be visible to you. Is this visible? Data analysis?
yes, madam. It is visible.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Now let's do correlation first. So what is correlation? Two variables, whether they move in the direction, which direction we are not talking about, whether one variable which is moving, the second variable is also moving. Okay, so let us see that what is the correlation between study hours and exam scores. So I have two columns. One column is study hours, second column is exam score. So see what I am doing. I am directly going on data analysis. I will click correlation and do OK. When I do OK, this window will be there. See the window? This window is showing me input range. It's showing me label. It's showing me output options. So for input, I'm going to select study hours and exam scores both till my data ends, till here. And then because I have selected labels also, what is label? Column name. So I will tick on labels in first row. Let this default remain as it is, that is columns. Then I will choose output range. Now this output range is asking me where you want result. Whether I want result in this sheet only, whether I want result in new worksheet, whether I want result in new workbook. I am putting in output range here only, this worksheet. So wherever I want result, I'll just click. Okay. So that way, when I perform this, I will just give output range. I'm sorry. I have not changed this once again. So I will again put my input scores, that is the input range, which is study hours and exam scores. Once it is done, I will take labels, I will go to output range, and when you go to output range, you just click here. When you click here, you put this, I want result here. But that means you have to select the cell and just say OK. So this is something which will be visible to you in results, and let me explain you these results. So can you see that there are two columns? One is study hours and exam score. Study hours is 1, exam scores is 0.91. If you have performed with me, well and good. If you have not performed with me, can you perform it, or shall I show you once again?
We can perform
Yes,
it.
ma'am.
Shall I show you once again, or you have performed same?
No,
Please,
we can
ma'am.
perform it, ma'am.
Okay, fine. No problem. So I'll go once again, I'll go to data analysis. I'll just click correlation. I'll say okay. And when I say okay, this window will be completely blank. Let me keep it completely blank for you, and let me show you that how I'm performing once again correlation. So in input, just bring your cursor in input and select the data range. What is the data range? Both. I mean to say both of the variables, that is study hours and exam scores. Till end I am going to select. I'm sorry, there is some problem again. Just a second. Yes. I'll just delete this because this particular thing is posing a problem for me. Yeah. So once again, data analysis, correlation, okay. In the input, I'll go once again, and in the input, I'll go once again and I'll choose this data. What is this data? Study hours and exam scores till end. End means 50 items. And then I'll take labels in first row, and then output range. I'll bring cursor in output range and I'll choose one cell where I want result, and I'll say okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay, no problem. Shall we bring to new sheet? Okay. Okay. Mhm. Data analysis, correlation, okay. Get to input range, then labels in first row. Is everybody getting? Because I have got in the first instance, because I have already been done, so it is again preventing me to do. So take this entire selected range in your input, okay, then labels, then output if you want in this sheet only. So output it can give you wheresoever you want. Say for example, I want output here. See, is everybody performing with me?
Yes, madam.
Are you getting?
We did
Yes.
it. Yes.
So yes. So this is something which you will get. And now after getting this, if you could see the correlation, it is 0.91. Now when I say correlation between study hours and exam scores is 0.91, what does it mean? It means this is the highest possible correlation. Why? Because from 0.789 it is the highest correlation, okay, but when it is below 4 we say it is a weak correlation. So what is meaning of correlation here? That exam scores and study hours share a positive strongest correlation. If study hours is 1, exam score is 0.91. Am I clear with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if you have also performed, just go on saving this sheet, because later on this sheet will be quite useful to you. Now I'll also come to the diagram part of correlation. So how to actually have in our research papers also, when we give the correlation results which Excel is giving, they ask us to also provide the scatter plotting. So how we can do scatter plotting? Same thing. Select data range, a study hours and exam score. Select this data range, insert, and after insert, just a second, I'll just move this part. After insert, you have to go to this dotted wala insert scatter and select the bubble wala. When you select this bubble wala, just go to quick layout and select the first one. When you select the first one, what will happen? These will be your exam scores. You have to change it, obviously. These will be your exam scores, and these are your study hours. Because study hours, if I'm not wrong, in my data, it is somewhere 765, right? Okay. Shall I perform it once again?
Yes, madam.
Okay. Okay, I'll perform it once again. Okay. So in our research papers, when we give the correlation measure, they also ask us about the scatter plot and how to do the scatter plot. Same thing as we have done in our data analysis. Selecting both, selecting both data range, that is study hours and exam, then going to insert, then selecting this dotted wala scatter plot very first, and this one. And if you want to label them, go to quick layout, take the first one, and you will get the labeling axis available now, on which this could be exam scores, and this is your study hours. Am I clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Are you also performing
ma'am.
with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So correlation is this. Now let's go to regression part. Now remember, in my slides I told you that I will take you towards multiple regression also. What is multiple regression? Whether whether more than 1, 2, 3 variables impact one dependent variable. Okay, so in this particular sheet, there are different columns like student ID, study hours, attendance, stress level, sleep hours, extra tutoring, exam scores. I am yes. Also, I forgot one thing. I am putting in the chat box class handouts for today. Okay. So let me put class handouts for you all so that you can understand hypothesis, what kind of hypothesis I have also added. Just a second. Yeah. Can you see class handouts? I have sent you.
Yes, madam, we got it.
Just open it. Yes, please open it. Can you read very first practical sum in class handout? Very first.
Just I am downloading it.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, it's here.
So are there any hypotheses which are being added in first one?
So the research question is that is there a correlation between study hours and exam scores? So the null
Yes. So
hypothesis says that there is no correlation,
there is,
and the alternate says that there is correlation.
so what you will say about first performance? Is there correlation? Yes or no? Null will be rejected or alternate will be rejected?
The correlation.
Null will be.
Yes, because we have got highest possible score here.
0.91.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Now in second class handout, there is again one null and alternate hypothesis. But let me first explain. We'll do reverse engineering here. We'll first see the sheet. Now my sheet consists of exam scores, and these exam scores are being I can say impacted by various things. These impacted by various things like study hours, attendance percentage, stress level, sleep hours, extra tutoring. Since extra tutoring is in yes or no, so non-numeric data regression won't entertain. So let us see that now how to perform regression in Excel. I'm going to data analysis, and I am moving it and choosing regression. Okay. Now this is the window which will be, just see the window which will appear before you. Okay, I'll just zoom. I don't know why it is not happening.
Madam, it is quite
Okay.
visible.
So this
No
is
need to-
visible. Fine, no problem. So this is the window which is visible. Now there is input y and input x. Okay. So y is dependent variable, x is independent variable. Now I don't know whether I should teach you first linear and then multiple. Let me see how I can do it. For input y, I am placing cursor. Don't forget to place cursor wheresoever you want the desired results. So I'm placing cursor here, and I am choosing exam scores till end. Okay. Now I'm placing cursors here in X range, and what I will do, I will choose all these non-numeric things, all sleep hours, attendance, also stress level, study hours, everything. Okay, and till this, I have labels in first column, so label, and this I will want on new worksheet. So I've chosen new worksheet because it will give output in various tables, so you can't see this in one sheet only, so I am taking it new worksheet. and I am just saying okay. So this is new worksheet which is being created. Can you see new worksheet?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We can.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So yes. So now for researchers, very first thing is something in any kind of model like regression or SCM, whatever. For regression, it is R square and adjusted R square. So whensoever we get adjusted R square, which is more than 0.40, we say model is fit. My model fitness is there. Okay, so I have got adjusted R square as 0.69. Yes, 70, 0.70. So model is fit. But let me see that what are the p values for each of the following. If p value is less than 0.05, let me repeat. If p value is less than 0.05, I can say that that particular variable is significantly impacting exam score. Okay, so overall model significance is this. Now you will say this is not 0.05, less than 0.05, but let me tell you, whensoever you get this e, what is meaning of e? Let me tell you, after e you have 12 na? So what you have to do, you have to put 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 zeros and then 7 8 something. This is the value. See, automatically it got converted. So I explain you again, whensoever you have e and something, so that something is n number of times 0 and then this 7 8 something. So I want to ask you, is this less than 0.05? Can I have answer? Is this
Yes.
less than 0.05? Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Because
definitely.
it is,
Hmm.
yes. So I can say the entire model is significant. But
Hmm.
let us see one by one all the variables, are they significantly impacting or not? What about study hours? Is study hours significantly impacting?
One.
I
No.
think yes, ma'am.
Yes.
E is there. E is there. E.
E10.
Yes. If E is there, that means yes. Is this attendance significantly impacting?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Is stress level significantly impacting?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Sleep hours?
No.
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 No. It's
That means sleep
more than.
hours have no, yes, have is not impacting the exam scores, because we have seen what is the trend going on. People, they don't sleep, but then also they do wonders in examination. Gen Z especially. I'm talking about my daughter who doesn't sleep in exam but bring very good scores. So this is only generally I'm relating, but otherwise you can see study hours is impacting, attendance is impacting, stress level is impacting. You want to try regression on your own? You want me to explain it again?
No, we can try, ma'am, at our level.
Okay, please. Please try, or if you want, I will stop here, or if you want, I'll go to ANOVA now.
Madam, they are writing on the chat box
So
also
shall I?
something.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine, no problem. They are answering basically, okay. Hmm. Hmm. So are you performing or shall we go with another part? Anything is fair with me, no problem.
We are performing, ma'am.
Okay, fine, fine. I shall wait. Fine.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I just need the input range in Y and X
Sorry.
for regression. I just want to know the input range.
What you
to
need?
perform. Input range in
Yeah,
Y
yeah,
and
yeah. Just yes, yes, yes. So, madam, yeah, for y-axis, it's exam score entire column, including exam score word. Okay, for y-axis.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
because y is dependent. Yes, and
Okay.
for x-axis, right from study hours till sleep hours, everything till end, till we have data.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. See, everyone, you can take your time, you can perform, no problem. And n number of times also you say, I'll do. Okay. So keeping in view the time constraint also, I am moving further. Uh, we'll go to ANOVA single. Now see, there are two things in ANOVA, actually three things, but let me explain you two things today. ANOVA single, in which there will be means which will be compared, and ANOVA two factor, in which we will have two factor. Before going further, regression hypothesis, if you can check it from class handouts, you will come to know that null or alternate which is getting accepted. So you can see it, match it later on. So let us see ANOVA single. Now this sheet is giving me training methods and GPA, study hours, exam scores, and can anybody read it from class handout about third ANOVA single hypothesis?
I can, ma'am.
Yes, please, please.
Okay, so HO, mean exam score are equal across all methods, and alternative are
Okay.
at least one group has a different meaning.
Okay. So training methods have different means. This is something which we want to test. And unfortunately, this sheet consists of random variables. Randomly C, A, B are given. So what to do in this case? So in such case, whatever things you have to measure, that is the training methods exam score, what you will do, just select entire thing, okay, and sort is there, you have to select sort, and then sort by training method, y values A to Z. Okay, so when you will do this sheet will be properly alphabetically aligned. You will have all A's, you will have all B's, and then you will have all C's. So what we will do, we'll just type here A, B, C. We'll take all A wala exam score, control C, control V. Then we'll take all B wala exam score. Sorry. We'll take all B wala exam score. Control C. Control V under B. And then we'll take all C wala exam score. Control C. Control V. Now we can perform ANOVA single factor, because single factor consists of all the training methods data. So what we will do? We will do data analysis. We'll go to data analysis. We'll select ANOVA single factor and click OK. So when we will click OK, what we are going to do? We are going to take all this A, B, C ranges till end, and it'll give alpha 0.05 labels in first row and new worksheet, and then OK. So you'll get something like this. When you will get something like this, you will get two variations. One between the groups, second within the groups, and also you will get group wise count, group wise sum, group wise mean, group wise variance, and you will get p value. So from the audience I want to ask, p value is less than required limit or more than? I
It's
mean to
less
say,
than 0.05.
yes, yes. So can I say that all training methods differ from each other?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that way you have to determine the p value. You have to see the averages and means which are different from each other in all between the groups and within the groups, and you can accordingly accept or reject hypothesis. So this was for ANOVA single. I come again to ANOVA single. When you get sheet which which is having randomization in terms of some variable, you have to first sort it. For sorting, same data tab is having sort function. You have to sort it by training method, and then you have to just take A, B, C, separate them in various columns, select all, and perform ANOVA single. And when once you get the data sheet, I mean result part, you will realize that you get everything A, B, C. You also get p value and you get variance. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm coming to ANOVA 2 factor now. Now ANOVA 2 factor again. Here is the data sheet, which is little bit simple for you. There is teaching style codes, that mean teacher code, and there are subjects divided into maths, science, and English. I need differences. I need the teacher difference also. I need subject difference also. So if you see the class handout, the class handout will speak of whether there is a difference in teaching style and whether there exists the difference in subject scores also. So these are my research questions. First research question, whether there is a difference in teaching style or the teacher effectiveness, and whether there is a difference in subject scores also. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to go to data analysis. We'll take ANOVA 2 factor without replication. Now what is with replication? Since we are running out of time, so with replication thing I'm not touching into, I'm touching upon without replication. I'll take ANOVA 2 factor without replication and say OK. This window will be available. Same thing. Take entire data, because I need both. I need both means I need teaching style also, I need subject scores also. Click on tick on label, new worksheet, okay for me, and 0.05 will do. You can change it to 0.01. Okay. So this is something which I will get. I will get the output in the form of all teachers scored, their averages. I'll get max science English, the total number of max science English in my data range. I'll get average, variance. Then ANOVA, I will get row wise also difference and column wise also difference. So, hello, yeah, I need to ask you row. In this case, what is row? In this case, what is row? Is T01, T02, this is row, or max science English is row?
T01, T02.
Yes, this is row, and column wise we have subject. So output says that teaching style p value is 0.01 and subject score difference is also 0.00 something. Can I declare or can I say that both are significantly different? That means teaching's effectiveness is also different from one another, and math, science, English scores are also different from each other.
Yes.
You can see my class handouts. Yes.
Yes.
Because my p value is such, which is less than 0.05. So I come again. Two-factor ANOVA will do for what? It will try to give you results of two different set of variables. In this particular sheet, we have two set of variable. One is teaching effectiveness, one is subjects. Unlike in ANOVA single, in which we have only training methods, but these training methods were ABC. But in two-factor, you have two set of variables, so it is two-factor analysis. So this way it is very, very simple. You have to just take entire data range, tick on label, and then get your desired output. So ANOVA two-factor. Now coming to t-test. Now t-test is something ideally many of us, we want to actually see the statistical difference in two groups. So when we see the statistical difference in two groups, what do? We try to see one group means compared to another group means. Now in this particular data sheet, if you could see, I have groups in the form of gender, and gender is male female, and I want to know whether exam scores are different, males are having different and females are having different. And if you see my class handouts also, hypothesis will say that male and female differ in terms of exam score. They do not differ null, they differ alternate. So what to do in such sheet where again randomly female males are given? Same, you have to select entire data range. I'm sorry. Yeah, you have to select entire data range, sort, this time sort with gender, and press OK. Now when you have the sheet which is being properly alphabetically aligned, first you have female and then you have male. So I will write in this column female exam scores. Second column male exam scores, and I'll control C, I mean copy female things and female exam scores. Sorry, I've selected wrong button. Control C, and I'll copy here, and then male exam scores, Control C and Control V. So now don't look into that females are less, males are more. It doesn't matter because it will take into account the numbers or frequency factor also. So again, go to data analysis, go to t-test. Let us assume that they have equal spread. What is equal spread? The data are more or less equal in both. So assuming equal variances, okay. And then same thing will ask you for label variable 1. So take this as variable 1. Will ask you for variable 2. Take this as variable 2. Then hypothesized mean difference, let us take it as 0. Ideally by default take it as 0. Labels, new worksheet, okay. So trying to make justification out of things which we have got. Result speaks about the mean values, variance, observations which are done, 22 observations. And also talking about when we see the p values, if you could see p value, it has given one tail test also and two tail also. Can you see two tail, which is obviously more important in this? In two tail, p value is what? It's 0.57. So I need to ask 0.5 is more or less than 0.05?
More than.
More than. That means there is null thing. Null means
Correct.
there
We
is
have to accept
no
the hypothesis.
no yes, there is no difference in the scores. It, another words, it means that more or less both male and female have scored equally good or equally bad, and their mean scores are clustering, malab, moving around each other. Okay, malab, identical, similar, that way you can say. So this assuming equal variance means we are assuming that more or less data is being spread in similar way. When we assume unequal variance, that means data is left and right. Males are having different spread and females are having different spread. So this way, t-test can also be very systematically and easily performed in Excel, and it will give you both the p values, one tail also, two tail also. We will take two tail p value and we will determine the results. Yes.
Here they have also mentioned T critical to 10. What is the meaning of that?
It is the table value. When we perform any test, na, it will give table value also. Table value and the proper score, T score. But without going into, because these things, all things have calculations. So calculations will be somewhere the variance divided by mean, something like that. So we are more interested in p value because as a researcher, these all things other than p value will amount to statistical equation formula which we have to do. But p value is something which is easily we can actually produce result by justifying whether it is 0.05 less than. Okay, so table values and all, ANOVA also have table value in the form of f. So t-test has the table value in the form of t. Okay, so that way we'll take into consideration the p values only. Fine. So these all things will again take one or two more lectures in order to understand how different parameters are being equated.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Now coming to the very last part, which is my favorite part, and my last in university we had a very big workshop on Excel, and there was one question in my mind that how to get cross steps. By the way, what is cross steps? When you perform chi-square when you want to justify one variable against another, you want to produce results in SPSS also, you need to have the cross steps many a times. So cross steps will tell you what in the column, row and value form, what things are being ideally there is a relationship. Okay, so I went to this workshop and I came takeaway for me from that workshop was that let us have a pivot table as the cross step. Now, how many of you know pivot tables? So if you don't know also, today let us see how to do it in Excel. So all you have to do, select full data range, go to insert pivot table. It will ask you yes, you say okay, and it will give you this sheet in which on the right hand side you will get filters, columns, rows, values. Now what to do? I want to know the product category gender wise with the purchase amount. Okay, I want to know product category gender wise or customer wise purchase amount. So what I am going to do, I am going to put product category in column for per se. I'm going to put gender in row per se, and I am going to put purchase amount in values. Can you see some cross tab has been produced?
Yes, ma'am, on the left.
Yeah, yes. Just a second. So ideally, you can also try to alter all these things. You can remove all these things and try with the various variation. So let me remove field, remove field, remove field. So I can do what? I can do product category in rows. I can take customer in column. Okay, and I can take purchase amount in value. Values will always come with numbers. So can you see this cross tab essentially, which is very much useful to know that which customer is having which type of purchase and what type of purchase. Okay, so I can
Okay, ma'am.
also move it around. Yes, I can also move it around. Like just say for example, remove field. Let me put product category here. Let me put customer here. See this. Okay, so different variations of cross steps also you can do. Uh, hmm. uh, I want to show you something else, but since time is less, uh,
Madam, you can show it. We don't mind time crossing. We are there to learn
okay,
something.
fine. Yes, please. I am also there to share with you all, also learn with you, along with you. So I am going to show you one wonderful thing which I feel that which is very important for me, because when I don't have SPSS, I wanted to do frequency distribution. Okay. But again, I'll try to tell you the challenges of doing frequency distribution in Excel is that it will take into account the numeric value. So say for example, if I want to have the frequency distribution table and chart for exam score, so what can I do? So there is something which I invented today. Uh, Equals to max. Can you see max I have written?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So I'll just close this bracket. 63 is the maximum value in exam score. Now let me see minimum value. Same. Nine is the minimum value. I want to have class limit and frequency. So how to do class value and class limit and frequency? 63 is maximum value, 9 is minimum value. I'm making class intervals now. 5 to 10, 11 to 15, 16 to 20, 21 to 25, 26 to 30, 31 to 35, 35 to 40, 41 to 45, 44. I'm doing mistake. Sorry. 36. It should be 36 here. 46 to 50, 51 to 55. Leave it. 56 to 60, 61 to 65. Okay. Can you tell me why I have taken minimum as 5 and why maximum 65?
Because in data, minimum value is 9.
Yes, data.
And maximum.
Yes. Yes, yes. So this column is class limit and this column is bin range. Now what is bin range? Let me tell you. Bin range is the upper limit. Okay. Why it is taken this way? Okay. So what you have to do, you have to go in data, you have to go in data analysis, you have to go and where is that? Histogram. Okay. And see, be careful now. Input range. For me, input range is this because data came from here. Bin range. For me, bin range already I have written, I have calculated in the form of upper limit. Okay, labels I have taken into consideration. This is new worksheet. No, let me have output today in this sheet only because I want to explain you something. So okay. So can you see the frequency automatically which is being appeared here? Sorry. I want to do it again. I'll go to data analysis. I forgot to do this thing, chart output. Okay, I'll do chart output and okay. Okay, it will not take now. Okay, I'll just delete it. Sorry, I'll delete it. Again, I'm going to data analysis. I'm going to perform histogram. Okay, These are my limits. I'll just do it again because it is giving me error if some things are being repeated without removing them, because I'm performing new analysis. So what I will do, for input range, I'm taking exam score because these are the scores for which I want frequency. For bin range, which are, okay, it was at output, sorry. You have to move your cursors very carefully. So this is my input range, exam scores. Okay, now bin range, already I have set some upper limits. If you can see here, these are my bin range. Okay, and then output range, I will just click the chart output also because I need chart, and output range somewhere on this sheet I need because I want to explain you. I'll click OK. So if you see down, I got my histogram also. See, I got my histogram also, frequency, and I got my frequency also. I'll just do what? I'll just copy this frequency numbers in front of the class limit. So 5 to 10 I have 1, 9, 11 to 15, 0, 16 to 26, this way. Don't you feel so? This is something reverse going. First having histogram and then having frequencies. This is something I wanted to tell you because I tried and tasted it today.
Yes, as you said, reverse engineering.
Yes, yes. So what it takes, all it takes is that maximum, minimum, putting into class limit, bin range is the upper limit, and then performing the data analysis, histogram data analysis, then coming to histogram, which is giving the frequency along with bin range, taking this frequency with the class limit. See, when you don't have SPSS, when you don't have any other software, when you can't perform on clouds also, basic statistical analysis can be done on Excel. And believe you me, it is quite easy and simple as compared to various softwares which are being mushroomed in the market. At least basic analysis you can do. So I'll just stop my share. Yes. Any questions? Meanwhile, I can see in the chat box. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
We have not
Yes,
discussed on
yes,
cross
okay.
tab, no? If I'm not wrong.
Cross tab is something. Yes, cross tab is something. Chi-square and all when they are getting performed. So
Yes, but
cross tab is something which shows, yeah, which throws light on various things which through observation only you can say. Just say for example, in your cross tab when I was performing, I gave you from customer 1 to 10. We have customer 1 to 20. They make purchases in the form of different product categories. So by viewing that table also you can see, and then from this also charts and figures are built. So cross tabs is something through pivot table. I was interested more in that. Otherwise you need more sort of other things which we have discussed. Cross tabs is never there in the data analysis. This is something out of interest which I happen to point it out, that even pivot table can be a major source of data analysis, major source of
okay.
data presentation rather than analysis. Yes.
But we can also test calculate test by using Microsoft Excel. Is it possible in Excel?
Sorry,
Chi-square
sorry.
test. Suppose we
Which test
wanted
you are
to
talking?
chi-square test. Chi-square test.
Chi-square.
So is it available in
Yeah,
Excel?
yeah. Just let me. I have not performed. I do everything on SPSS. Uh, no, I can't see any. let me work out. Let me see the advanced analysis, Excel analysis options also, and because I am more user of SPSS and Excel. Yes, I do Excel many a times when I am at college and my SPSS is not working. So basic analysis I do. Least I know is that I have performed chi-square on that.
I was also not getting it, so I thought better to ask you.
Yeah, yeah. You know why? Why I'll tell you why chi-square is not available. Chi-square is also taking into account non-numerical variables many a times. So Excel more largely will focus on the numeric expressions. So it will also, when I taught you regression, correlation, t-test, all sorts of numeric things I have taken.
Okay, got it.
Mm. Yeah.
Any other questions? Any other questions? Ma'am,
Questions?
can we can do
Yeah,
chi-square test on Excel? Question.
sure. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I have not performed so far, and because I said that non-numeric expression it won't take, chi-square will generally do some sort of categorical variables uh, assignment to the other variables. So
Ma'am, one more session I want, especially for me, where I can understand which test to apply for which data.
yes,
Because
this is indeed need of our
be-
yes.
yeah, because I may be knowing how to apply the test, but for which
Hmm.
data I should apply which test, that is very important because confusion होता है कि because NOI is also there, 2A भी है, and there is also chi-square test, then Spearman भी है, तो इतने सारे हमें पता है. So what we try to do is whether it is required or not, we try to apply it to show that we have done that. So that is very important कि ये data है, this test should be applicable.
Actually, Vishal sir, first of all, we should thank Vishal sir because he is always keen into, he brings to me various different session ideas, and for the betterment of all faculties and students, he want that we should be equipped enough to do research single-handedly. So we should all thank Vishal sir. And now also whatever idea which he has given, in fact, I wanted that before this Excel and before digging deeper into variable types, we should understand first the basic prerequisites and parameters or the determinant factor for using any kind of test. I am okay with that particular session. I can take it anytime, and if you want that, I will be available if the audience and participants also agree to this.
Yeah, ma'am, the basic reason of keeping your test, sorry, not test, yeah, your lecture was कि we have already had one session and I have requested all my participants कि what we should do is it should not happen कि we just participate in a workshop, we just participate in a lecture session and then we just leave it. What is the real output for me and for them is you prepare a research paper. And once you prepare a research paper, not only your practice, what we have done today or what we have done on that day, this participant on the hands-on in the computer lab, that should come out in a form of research paper. And that's what I have
Very
promised to the earlier session also people that sessions are there, YouTube channel is there, go up back, see those YouTube channel, prepare your research paper, and then send it to us. And what we will do is we will moderate that paper. If anything has to be corrected, we will send them again back, asking them, you do this, do this. And then finally, when their paper is ready, we will publish that paper. So that is the real outcome of any lecture or workshop. It should not happen
Yes.
ki you have got the participant, lecture khatam ho gaya. तो once upon a time there was a movie ki lecture khatam to sab khatam, that kind वो dialogue नहीं करना चाहिए. There should be a constant update on this. Outcome should be there.
Yes, yes, sir. This is
Yes.
very good exercise from MMK
And
College.
and on behalf of all the participant in this group, plus in the earlier group who may not be or may have joined here, I take the liberty, not requesting you, asking you that if anyone comes to me, that's sir, I want additional help in case of my data for the research paper which they will be preparing for this workshop also and the earlier workshop also, and they will be sending us if they find any data not only related to Excel but even higher data which we may require SPSS package, which as a lecturer or as a teacher we don't subscribe every day. Yes, who normally requires is like a person like you, because you are constantly in your research, so you can pay it and you can subscribe it. But some teachers like me, I don't have an SPSS package with me. So agar mere research paper mein, if I find any problem, what I will do is I will email it to you. I request you to do that analysis for me on my behalf. What I will do is I will send my research ka topic, I will send my objectives, I will send my hypothesis, I will send my significance along with the data which I have. So please help me out in the SPSS ke package mein ki what kind of further enhanced analysis I can do so that my paper can be published in a good peer reviewed ISSN and UGC care journal. So on behalf of all these people, I request you to do this. So, sorry, requesting. I ask you to do this, not request. I ask you to do this. Any other questions?
Certainly,
Any other questions?
certainly, sir. I would be happy to help.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Any other questions? Any other questions? Chalo, ठीक है. And before winding up, I will take your 2 or 3 minutes, and then we will wind up this session. The first thing is, uh, all of you are requested to prepare a research paper. On the WhatsApp group, I will post my research center ka email ID. If you have any issue in doing that data analysis, or you want some advanced data analysis for your research paper, please email to me. I will send it across to madam. She will do the basic whatever analysis she feels that is important for your research paper that will make your paper look good. She will send it back to me. I will again email it to you. I want and I request each one of you who are attending the paper that please do write a research paper. Use this analysis tools and send it across to us. We as an MMK college have our own research journal. Is we will publish those papers in that research journal. So I request each one of you to send it across to us. Number one, don't leave the group, because next sessions will be updated on this group, and I want you to join those groups and attend the further sessions. Also, if you want any further sessions which you want to like or you would like to attend it, just put it to the group. You can email to us. We have put up the feedback form on the chat. तो आप चैट पे जाइए, प्लीज अपना email ID, sorry, feedback form भरिए, and while filling the feedback form, see that you're writing the correct name, because the same thing will go into the e-certificates. So this is the things. If anything is there, if any help you require, or if you have any doubt regarding the session or anything else, so what I suggest is you can WhatsApp us to us. What I will do is I will forward it to madam, and then I will come back to you with the any of the solution or whatever the answer she gives to me. We have a YouTube channel. Yes, MMK has a YouTube channel. recently we have launched it in the first session, that is on the 11th September. So 11th and 13th September ka videos are available in that. Madam ka hi one parametric and non-parametric test I have just uploaded during this session. I request you to attend that also. And one more thing, this entire
Sir,
channel. Sir, मैं complete करता हूँ.
what is the
Sir,
name
मैं
of
complete
your
करता हूँ.
YouTube
You can just add it up.
channel? Okay.
Our YouTube channel is there, and this entire channel is managed, handled by our BMMC student. So what we do is we ask them to handle it. So my request to each one of you is, when you will be visiting this YouTube channel, you like it and subscribe it, because we have given them this as an project. So once maximum of you will subscribe it and accept it or like it, that will go to their, you can say, a kind of internal performance may they will be getting it. So that first video, that is video 1 and video 2, has been recorded by them. Of course, first video is Zoom, second one was recorded by them. So I request you to like and subscribe them, so that our student can get encouragement and motivation. Mind you, they don't take any amount, they don't take any certificate, they do it just because we ask them to do it. So please like those videos. मैडम का भी करंट में डाला हुआ है, अभी हमने इनफैक्ट दिस सेशन में ही था ये, हमने डाला है. यस सर. यस सर, आप कुछ बोल रहे थे?
Sir, I was asking about that name of YouTube.
ये सर, मैं आपको है ना उसके चैनल्स का नाम है ना आपके व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में डाल दूंगा मैडम सर. चैट बॉक्स में भी डाला हुआ है मैंने.
Okay, चलो मैं चेक करता हूँ.
I was doing only that chat box में काम today. And so please like and subscribe that. Let me see. Okay. Actually, I wanted to introduce my principal, sir, because but today he's in a management meeting, and he has just WhatsApp me. That's what I was looking in. He has just WhatsApp me that he will not be able to join. Actually, मैं उनको end में wait कर रहा था, because I call him Dhoni. Yes, I call him Dhoni. The reason behind is, जैसे पूरी टीम को requirement होती है, तो धोनी आता है, 1-2 six मारता है, 1-2 decisions लेता है, and then we win the match. Our principal is like Dhoni to us. So his support is always there with us, and whenever we find anything, समझो हम लोग ने सारा काम कर दिया, then he give a new dimension to it. So that's why I call him Dhoni. So I would like to thank my principal, sir, Professor CA Kishore S. Pishori, sir, for supporting us in this entire lecture series. This is only the first series, my dear, not the end. It is just the beginning. Throughout the year, we will be having a series, and my plan is to have at least one series ka ek lecture every month. So this entire series we will have. So I would like to thank my principal, sir. I would like to thank my vice principal, Dr. Mani Iyer, sir. I would like to thank Dr. Ashish Jani, sir. I would like to thank all my research committee cell members. And yes, I would like to thank Dr. Kiran, madam. She is also my good friend. And I would like to thank her that she has accepted this. And in fact, she has already accepted that she will be doing the analysis for all of you if it required an advanced analysis. Plus, she's also agreed that मेरा जो डाउट था कि कौन सा टेस्ट लगाना है, क्योंकि कई बार होता है कि we just reach to a point where we have a data and we have a formulas, but we don't know which we should apply. Because if we see the research paper, अलग अलग लोग अलग अलग application करते हैं, so at the end of the day we don't know which application has to be used for which test or which data. So I would like to thank madam for giving her time and updating us about the Excel use. Excel तो हम हर दिन यूज करते हैं, हम लोग स्पेशली अटेंडेंस में हम लोग बहुत यूज करते हैं, ब्लैकलिस्ट निकालने में बहुत यूज करते हैं, बट एक्सेल को हम इस तरह भी यूज कर सकते हैं. That is what we have learned. So thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And of course, I would like to thank each one of you for participating in this workshop. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you to lovely audience. They were very interactive. and I thank all the organizers. Please convey my regards to your principal, sir, Kishore, sir, and I'm looking forward to more collaborations. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, fine.
Thank you,
I'll
ma'am.
make a move.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for informative session.